I came to the center in 1966, July. I was right out of the Air Force. I worked in storage and transportation for approximately 3.5 years before being promoted to a mechanic up in installation services, where I've been ever since. I've come from a WG-10 up to where I am now. Right now I'm the division chief, and it's been quite a trip. When I first came to work here, it was, I guess, in the middle of the civil rights movement. That some changes been made to better things for blacks. The bathrooms and the doors entering the bathrooms and all were painted, had been painted over, but you could still see the letters, white only and colored was on the doors. And that, like I said, it had been painted over, but you could still see it. And that remained a good while. And the washrooms, a lot of the blacks would gather in the washroom to heat their dinners up, and they would eat there. Now this was during the night shift. I worked on the night shift. So I had very little contact with people in the daytime anyway. But the blacks ate in the washrooms and the whites ate in the teepees, or the offices with the supervisors. We had little stoves in there, little heaters in the washroom. You remember, well, I know you don't remember, but we had, most of the stuff was fired by coal. We had coal furnaces and these teepees. Big building down here on the end of the depot here was a boiler room. We had boiler rooms like, and that's how we heated the buildings. Most of my co-workers were black. Most of the supervisors were white. We had black supervisors, but very few of them. Most of them were white. We had 3 or 4 black supervisors on the shifts. During that time, we had everything over in the warehouse that military men could use. We had uniforms, socks, shoes, boots, gloves, Class A uniforms. We had the subsistence. We had all types of food. We didn't have any ammunition over there that I know of, but we had just about everything else. During that time, the Vietnam War was going on. We had body bags, we had caskets, we had all type uniforms, we had blankets, anything a military man would need. It right down to the subsistence, the K rations, and the whole 9 yards. We were receiving and shipping out goods from here. Goods would come in on rails. We had box cars of soap, textiles, tent poles, tents, just about anything that a military person could use was coming in and out of here. And we were also shipping goods overseas to Vietnam, not directly to Vietnam, but we would send them over that way, and it would get to Vietnam when it went out of here. The most challenging job I had was when I moved from management. I mean, from the employee role over to the supervisory role. And they really threw me in a lion's den. But with the grace of God, I come out and it made me stronger. The people hadn't had supervision for 2.5 years. And I had to go in and tell them that what you're doing is wrong. You got to do it this way. And there was a whole lot of resentment, but it just made me stronger. Well, when I first got here, the atmosphere, everybody was real tight, knit, close together. There's still some of that left, but now the people, like I said, they're younger, they're better educated, they tend to go off on their own ways, but there's still a family atmosphere here on the center. Not as great as it was, but some of it's still here. We got some old timers left.